If you're still using Origin Access Identity to secure your S3 buckets behind CloudFront, you're using a legacy feature that AWS stopped recommending when they launched OAC in August 2022, and you're missing out on critical security capabilities that OAC provides.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Network Ninja Cloudcast. I'm here with our resident cloud expert, and apparently I need to rethink my entire CloudFront setup.
Good to have you back. Today we're diving into something that trips up a lot of people, the difference between UA and OAC, and why that migration matters more than you might think.
Okay, so I've got a React app serving static assets from S3 through CloudFront. I followed a tutorial from 2021 that had me create an origin access identity. Everything works, so what's the problem?
The problem is, OAI was an early CloudFront feature designed when the service was much simpler. It uses a special CloudFront user identity that you grant read access to in your S3 bucket policy. But here's the limitation. OAI was designed primarily for read operations and doesn't support the full range of S3 operations that modern applications need. More importantly, it lacks native support for SSE KMS encrypted objects because it can't perform KMS decrypt operations.
Wait, so if I encrypt my S3 objects with a KMS key, which AWS recommends for sensitive data, UA doesn't work out of the box?
Right. OAI has no mechanism to assume IAM roles or call KMS decrypt operations. There were workarounds like using Lambda at edge, but that adds complexity. You'd often end up using SSE S3 encryption instead, which gives you less control over key rotation and access policies. OAC solves this natively by using AWS Signature version 4 authentication, the same signing process used by IAM roles throughout AWS.
So OAC is basically CloudFront acting like a proper IAM principal instead of this legacy special user?
That's a great way to put it. Think of it like building access systems. OAI is like having a special guest badge that only opens the front door during business hours. OAC is like having a full employee keycard that works with a modern access control system, including encrypted areas that require additional verification.
And the keycard system can be updated centrally, while the guest badge is this one-off thing that doesn't integrate with anything else.
Precisely. And that analogy holds up technically because OAC integrates with IAM policies, CloudTrail logging, and AWS organization's service control policies. OAI exists outside that ecosystem.
Okay, I'm sold. How do I actually set up OAHE?
In the CloudFront console, you go to your distribution, select the S3 origin, and under Origin Access you'll see three options: Public, Legacy Access Identities, and Origin Access Control Settings. You select OAC, create a new Origin Access Control, and CloudFront generates the bucket policy you need. The policy uses the condition key AWS source ARN to restrict access to your specific distribution.
Can you show me what that bucket policy actually looks like?
Sure. The principal is cloudfront.amazonaws.com, the action is s3:getObject, and the critical part is the condition block. You set string equals on AWS source ARN to your distribution ARN, which looks like ARN. AWS cloudfront:1234567890012 distribution/edfdfbd6 example. This ensures only your specific distribution can access the bucket, not any CloudFront distribution.
That's more specific than UA, right? I remember UA policies just referenced the UA ID.
Correct, and that's a security improvement. OAC's source ARN condition provides more granular access control by tying permissions to a specific distribution ARN rather than an OAI identity. This is a defense in-depth improvement that's particularly valuable in multi-distribution environments within the same account, where you want to ensure each distribution only accesses its intended resources.
What about the migration? Can I run both during a transition period?
Yes, and AWS recommends this approach. You can have both UA and OAC configured on the same origin temporarily. Update your bucket policy to allow both, test that OAC works correctly, then remove the UA reference from your bucket policy and distribution. The key mistake I see is people removing UA before confirming OAC is working, which causes immediate 403 errors.
What's another common mistake people make with OAC?
Forgetting to update the bucket policy entirely. CloudFront shows you the policy you need when you create the OAC, but it doesn't automatically apply it. I've seen engineers enable OAC, wonder why they're getting access denied errors, and not realize they skipped the bucket policy step.
So let me recap. OAI is the legacy approach that was designed for read operations and lacks native KMS encryption support. OAC uses Signature version 4, provides native SSE KMS support, integrates with IAM and CloudTrail, and uses source ARN conditions for more granular access control.
Perfect summary. My pro tip is to check your existing distributions today. In the CloudFront console, any origin showing legacy access identities should be on your migration list. AWS hasn't announced an OAI deprecation date, but new features only come to OAC.
That's super actionable. I'm literally going to check my distributions right after this.
That's it for today's episode. If this helped clarify OAC versus UA, hit that like button and subscribe for more cloud networking deep dives.
And share this with your team, especially anyone still following those 2021 CloudFront tutorials.
Thanks for watching the Network Ninja Cloudcast. See you in the next one.